Okay, so what's wrong with this picture? Well, apparently nothing, but if you recall, this thing was completely loose and broken when I took it out of the radio, when I took the radio out of the cabinet. And this guy, I then put on, I stuck the cores together, put it on, and soldered the two wires that were sticking out here onto these 2 points that go into the radio, which seems pretty obvious. There are 2 wires and there are 2 connections going into the radio. And I've got to tell you, this is a recreation because I've already done it. I just want to show you what happened. These 2 wires were showing off here, and I then found this. This guy was sticking in here. And that was the problem. This one wire is the end of this coil. These 2 then joined together in the middle, and that's the one that I'd soldered on there. And this third one, which is the end of this coil, was stuck underneath this former. So what I've actually done here, what I had done, is I'd actually soldered one of the coils in and not the other. And that is the problem with the medium wave. Obviously, this thing affects both medium wave, long wave, actually just medium wave and long wave, because short wave goes over the top of that circuit that I showed you. But on long wave, it seems to have less effect. And on medium wave, it was letting through just the very strong stations. So I'm going to put that together again. We'll try it again. So that end one is going to stay on there. This middle one has got to come out. This middle one, as you can see, is the join between the 2 coils. And then I'm going to solder this end on there. This guy will get out of the way for now. So what we should have here now is this end is the start of this coil. It joins the other coil here, and that end is the end of that coil. And that now is in accordance with what we have in the schematic. We've got 2 coils in series, and then this one can move backwards and forwards for tuning purposes. So we'll try that out now and see what we get. Okay, the radio is warmed up a bit.
La incidencia de los medios de
So as we can see, medium wave is quite active, and all because one of those coils has been put out of circuit. The other thing you can do, if you move that guy, you can hear the level change, and it changes down again. So the idea is you move this one till you get the maximum signal.
Pues bajo el punto de mira del gobierno. Entonces, el periodismo que transmite, que investiga, que busca, que es independiente respecto al poder, pues es uno de los puntales de la democracia, uno de los puntales de los derechos humanos, y sin eso no hay nada.
That seems to be the position where you get the highest signal. Now that'll be part of the alignment as well. So it seems that we have this one fixed. We've got medium wave back. And the others work as well. Let's try long wave. That's long wave, short wave. So we've got our function back. And now it seems that the entire RF section of the radio has been, of the AM side has been put back to working order again. The tuning condenser is turning properly now. I've adjusted the flywheel position here by taking that screw out and moving this backwards and forwards. By moving it backwards and forwards to get the right position for the clutches to operate. I've now got the FM. You can see it turning over here, and that's turning smoothly. And when this is turning, the AM condenser is standing still. When I flick it to one of the AM bands, in this case I've selected shortwave, the FM stands still, and you can see the AM condenser moving. So it looks like we've hit the happy compromise as to the position of this flywheel with regard to the two clutches, the AM clutch and the FM clutch. So that seems to be another job done. Another part of the work that was done is the front panel. The faceplate has been cleaned and reinstalled. And this faceplate was in perfect condition. All it needed was some serious cleaning. But there are no chips either in the glass or the paint. And the result is perfect. What you will notice is that when we look at that tuning over there, the little red dots are visible, but there's no red string across it. And that's the thing that I'm waiting for. When I get that, I'll remove the front plate again and just string it across there so we get this thing working exactly like it was before. The switches are perfect. And one other thing that needed doing was that knob that was broken over here. If you recall, one of these knobs was cracked. That has been rebuilt with putty and sanded. Now obviously it's a bit unsightly the way it is there, but I'll have to think about how I'm going to paint that in. Maybe with a very small paintbrush, get the right color mix. You know, I'm tempted to actually leave it like that, but I put it on the volume control because the volume level, that's 0. That's sort of where you'd listen to most of the time. You won't see it, but just to make it complete, I'll be camouflaging that with some paint. I'll figure out what color mix I'm going to use for that. But I expect that that'll disappear completely. So, you know, all the connectors, all these rubber supports have been cleaned before putting it back in on both sides. And this thing's starting to look like a pretty done job almost. So yeah, okay, I'm happy with the results so far. And the next stage obviously will be the alignment. Now I think I might go through the alignment procedure pretty detailed, I guess, in following with the idea of giving as much detail as possible. I'm not sure what the actual positions, what the actual situation is with the alignment. I know which cores are for which bands, so I know which is the AM, which is the FM. I'll have to just set it up next and try the AM alignment first for the IF, which is 460 kilohertz. See how far off we are and see how we go from there.